Paramshanti Bapuji. Today we want to understand the gist of Srimad Bhagavad Gita from you in a nutshell. We also want to correlate Behad ka Gyan and deep meaning of Srimad Bhagavad Gita so that it will help everybody in taking correct decision in their life, and also everybody can keep this supreme knowledge in their mind in the backdrop of all decisions. My first question is that one should not take any decision on the basis of one's feeling or emotion or thoughts generated at any particular moment.
If a person takes any decision under emotional conditions and carries out some action in that condition, then it may cause harm to him or her in the long run. That's why one should not come under the impulse of feeling and becomes emotional at any point of time while taking any decision. Hence it is told that soul should always remain beyond all types of emotional attachments or feelings known as bhavatid. So according to Behad, soul should take decisions in soul-conscious state only. One should always think that he or she is a pure soul and always act like a karma yogi remaining in soul-conscious state or atmasvarup. Before doing any work or taking any decision, one should not at all come under the feeling of any emotional attachments of their bodily relations like uncle, brother, etc. These emotional attachments of these bodily relationships will drag anyone to fall in deep problems and karmic bindings. Thus a soul should always be in soul-conscious state by forgetting all bodily relationships. With the help of supreme knowledge or Behad ka Jnana, soul in soul-conscious state should decide what is best for the soul and take decisions accordingly. Only then the action of the person will be treated as the best karma.
It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that one should take decision only when one's mind is in a state of complete equanimity, not in the state of anxiety like momentarily extreme happiness or grief. That means these states of extreme happiness or grief at any particular point of time are nothing but sheer excitement of mind representing different expressions of human emotions at that particular time depending on the situation of the moment. So, always decision to be taken in a balanced state of mind.
Sometimes human souls become extremely happy momentarily, and when some decision is taken under the impact of such situation, then mostly the act done by the soul becomes a negative act or vikarm, which even happens without awareness of soul. In a similar way, when any activity is done by soul in upset state of mind, then also it becomes a negative act or vikarm. In every situation, human soul should remain in a state of equanimity that is beyond the state of all emotions known as bhavatid. This is the real art of living. Soul should not fall under the trap of emotions, and when soul is in grief, then it should not at all take any decision. Similarly, when in extreme happy state, then also no decisions should be taken. I was an income tax lawyer, so I had witnessed many such instances in the life of many rich people whom I had met during my profession as a lawyer. I have seen many times when people have plenty of money, they indulge in variety of costly and luxurious activities, but when the same person has lost all his or her property in income tax raid, then they generally repent for their past actions done during their good times. Irrespective of situation, soul should always be in soul-conscious state, or called as in a state of equanimity or sthitprajna, and take balanced decision without coming under the impulse of emotions or situations. So soul should not take any decisions which create karmic bindings later on in life.
In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna told that one should not take any decision as per the feeling of happiness or grief in one's mind. It is also told that even in a state of anger and strong emotional attachment also no decision should be taken.
Desire, anger, greed, attachment, and ego are the 5 mental disorders which a pure soul understands properly and always put effort to keep himself away from all these disorders. Any activity done with these negative feelings in mind will always create a vikarm. Take an example of greedy persons who, in order to amass wealth, commit many sins in their life. In this way the greedy people accumulate a lot of wealth till death, and when the persons come to their deathbed they find that their pedigrees spend all the wealth carelessly. Then these greedy souls become restless to see their wealth being destroyed by their own siblings in front of them. Under such circumstances the greedy persons even cannot die peacefully, so after death they become ghosts with a lot of disturbances in their mind. So after death the souls can see that the wealth created in their lifetime sinfully also spent sinfully by their sons, daughters, and other relatives. So such greedy persons neither get peace during their lifetime nor after death. So greed never let a person to stay in peace even after death. Attachment is another disorder. When a person has developed strong attachment to various posts in society like political posts or any such posts in any organization, then in order to capture that post or position the person commits many sins. Even if a person does good work like participating in independence movement of country, but the attachment to post positions like prime minister or head of country or bodily relations like sons and daughters etc. always make soul restless after death, and such souls hover around the posts in the form ghosts even after death also. That's why it is told that movement of soul is decided according to the thought in the mind of soul at the time of death, that is ant mate so gaudy. So, one should be careful to this eternal truth of end time before death. So souls never get salvation after death when the souls are engaged in various activities with all these mental disorders during their lifetime. In order to carry out good work one should have appropriate knowledge, to be remain in soul conscious state and also power in their soul. So the persons who are full of desire, anger, greed, they even cannot do devotion to God also. What we are preaching here is the path of knowledge, and this is supreme knowledge or Behad Kagyan, so souls with such disorders cannot follow this path. Here we teach a soul to become a supreme soul and to spread the vibration of Paramshanti in the creation, so that soul also gets ultimate supreme peace and also create a positive and peaceful environment. So one should do such action for which one should not repent in future.
Now we will talk about the action without any desire or akarm or nishkamkarm. One should not take any decision keeping result in one's mind. It is found that many people carry out actions keeping result in their mind. For example, people who do not become slim immediately due to exercises like morning walk, they think that there is no gain in going for morning walk, so they never take up exercises like morning walk. But a person should always engage himself or herself in morning exercises without thinking of result, like when the person will become slim. Result of any action is not in anybody's hands, so one should always carry out actions without any desire, known as nishkam karma.
The difference between a normal action or karma and action without any desire or nishkam karma is like difference between hell and heaven. Some actions are inspired by certain thoughts in human soul. Let's consider somebody thinks that after becoming a doctor he or she will earn so much money, or after becoming a politician he or she will become prime minister or any important minister of a country. The actions which are done out of such desire are called actions, or karma arise out of desire only. But if a person thinks of becoming a doctor or politician only to serve the human society, then the actions or karma by that person is called as nishkam karma. Nishkam karma has tremendous power and it gives immense strength to soul. In this way a person can serve his or her state, country, or world, and in the end he or she can establish himself or herself in soul conscious state and serve the whole creation by transforming it to supreme eternal creation. Nishkam karma is to do action without expectations, but I have not found anyone in present time doing nishkam karma on earth.
Next, change of nature is a continuous process. One should not scare of changes occurs in nature inherently with progress of time. It is a general attitude of human beings to resist the change because of the fear of losing their identity. Change is the law of nature, so human soul should shun the fear to adapt the change of nature.
Fear of losing the present status always troubles the human soul on earth. For example, if a person has big flat, car, bank balance etc., then the person mostly lives the life to retain all these earthly objects, and most of the time spent on earth in the fear how to maintain his or her status and not to lose his or her status. The mind of such human soul always thinks about on these earthly objects throughout day and night continuously, so a human soul requires spiritual knowledge to control the thoughts of his mind. So, first step for a human soul to become happy is to leave aside all sorts of social status and prestige. Second step is to stay away from all bodily relationships as far as possible and establish his self in soul-conscious state. A human soul should take all decisions in soul-conscious state only, as I have told earlier, and all the actions should be free from all emotional attachments, free from karmic bondages or karma, free from basic nature of body consciousness. A human soul should carry out the best actions without any desire, emotional attachment, and the action should also be free from all qualities of nature. When action is beyond all qualities of nature, that is purely selfless, free from all disorders, then the action will not bind the soul to any limitations, and soul will experience the supreme bliss here on earth in this life itself. When soul engages itself in welfare activity of whole creation, then soul moves towards a stage beyond all karmic bindings, that is total freedom from all limitations, known as karma-udit stage. Then soul will attain a stage to utilize his free will for Supreme Father Almighty authority only. That means completely surrender his will in the hand of Almighty authority. At this stage, soul will only carry out the best actions and never fall trap to any type of bad actions, thoughts, or disorders, because the soul clearly discriminates between good and bad at this stage. As per supreme spiritual knowledge, the soul should become the image of knowledge itself, called as Gyan-Svarup. Only then it can attain a state of non-attachment, quality of nature of non-body consciousness, and karma-udit, that is free from all karmic bindings.
Belief and faith are two important aspects while taking decisions or carrying out any actions in life. One should have complete belief in God or truth, or in the decision taken by him. Only then the action carried out or decision taken will fructify. What you will say?
We are here discussing about the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which was spoken by Almighty Authority himself. Supreme Authority, who divulged the knowledge of Gita, had spoken two important words: karmyogi, that means remembering Supreme Authority while doing all actions. God asked everybody to become karmyogi. Only then soul can attain state of karma-udit, bhavatit, gunatit. It is also told in Gita to know thyself. That means first believe in yourself and know that you are a pure soul, and with this knowledge remember me, the Supreme Authority. Attain soul conscious state and completely surrender to me and take shelter under me, the Supreme Authority, is the clear message of Bhagavad Gita. That's why it is written in Bhagavad Gita to renounce all religions and to come under the shelter of Supreme Authority. Only then he will clear off all the sins and take the soul to his eternal supreme abode, called as Paramdam. The gist of Bhagavad Gita is to lead a life of karma yogi as a simple householder in this world. As per Bhagavad Gita, the life of householder is the best form of monastery, where a soul can lead a life of a karma yogi by discharging all the duties in remembrance of Supreme Authority, so that soul will desist from all form of negative actions or vikarmas and carry out only nishkam karma.
In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna had given a beautiful advice to Arjuna to not to act like a common ignorant man, because he was a man of perfect character and divine personality, so in future people in society would follow his actions and he would become an example for the human society. What will you say on this? What Bihadki should do?
Here Arjun is a high-quality soul or Bihadki Atma who knows all the secrets of infinite creation, and he also knows the science of transformation of creation. If such a soul will act like a common ignorant soul, then can we call him a Bihadki Atma? What is the difference between actions of a common ignorant soul and a high-quality soul or Bihadki Atma? If a soul does not take any decision in soul-conscious state and does not put effort to burn all his karmic records in soul-conscious state, and always cry like an ignorant soul and accuse God for all types of difficulties in life, then it is clear that the soul has no knowledge and is a completely ignorant soul. Common and ignorant souls always coerce God for all things happen in their life.
It is told in Bhagavad Gita that common ignorant souls always think of only enjoyment of various subjects.
Common ignorant souls are full of desires of enjoyment of various subjects and all sorts of disorders. That's why in the path of devotion all pray to God to remove all desires and disorders from them. When soul attains soul conscious state, only then all disorders and sins removes from their soul. Desire, anger, greed, attachment, ego, all are various types of disorders. The soul who has complete knowledge can clearly discriminate these mental disorders.
That means one has to reduce body consciousness and increase the soul consciousness in order to remove all these disorders.
Here we are teaching Behad Kagyan, where a soul should remain in soul conscious state and do all his actions in soul conscious state in remembrance of supreme authority. Only then the soul is called as karma yogi. Here soul should lead a life of karma yogi and remain free from all sorts of attractions of physical world like social status, post, position, etc. These high-quality souls should have only one objective in their life: to reach karma-udit stage, where the soul becomes free from all karmic bindings, and to transform the whole creation by transforming their self. The souls with such objectives can only escape from these disorders and vikarmas.
It is further told in Bhagavad Gita, which is not good for society, the same is also not good for anybody.
Any person living a life with all sorts of disorders as mentioned earlier, can he be at any time useful for the society or creation? How the affirmations or sankalpa of a person with full of mental disorders or negative passion can help the creation. Consider an example of such a person residing in India and whose wife is staying in America. On that person, due to his extreme bodily desires, he is thinking about his wife and putting negative affirmations full of desires in the environment up to America. The person is releasing highly powerful negative vibrations full of lascivious desires in the atmosphere, which spread throughout the space up to America, so all the environment up to America gets polluted due to such powerful negative vibrations. This type of vibrations spread throughout the atmosphere, and when this vibration touches anyone in the atmosphere, immediately the same negative desires will be aroused in other persons. Such negative vibrations get multiplied very fast in creation. Similarly, a person full of anger will spread the fire of anger in the surrounding atmosphere. In this way, the persons with different disorders like greed, anger, etc. spread different types of negative vibrations throughout the atmosphere and destroy the whole atmosphere of Earth within no time. These mental disorders scorch the person as well as the whole atmosphere and other souls in the atmosphere also. Hence, along with the atmosphere, all creation gets polluted and destroyed with all sorts of negativity generated by such negative ignorant souls. What is the difference between Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga? What makes the atmosphere negative in Kali Yuga? This is nothing but vibrations or affirmations generated by souls and released to the atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere was not in polluted state in Satya Yuga as it is today, because during Satya Yuga the vibrations emitted by souls on Earth were not like today. During Satya Yuga the vibrations or thoughts of souls were pure, so the atmosphere of Earth was also pure, but at present time the thoughts of souls on Earth is full of negative vibes loaded with all sorts of mental disorders, so the atmosphere of Earth becomes completely polluted. The vibration or thought of each and every soul contributes to the quality of atmosphere on Earth, so one must aware that due to one's negative thought the soul is doing harm to itself as well as to the whole atmosphere in totality. That is how condition of Earth is deteriorating day by day and future of Earth is in peril. That's why now it is the duty of each and every soul to remain in soul conscious state, think of Paramshanti and chant Paramshanti. This will help souls individually to feel supreme peace, and peace will also prevail in the surrounding atmosphere. In this way the souls can fill the Earth's atmosphere with positive vibrations and also can save this Earth from extinction due to extremely negative atmosphere.
Further, it is said in Bhagavad Gita to believe in Supreme Authority or Supreme Soul, always pay gratitude to Him, love Him, and while taking any decision always be in remembrance of Supreme Father the Almighty Authority and trust Him completely.
First of all, one should identify himself or herself as a soul by attaining the soul conscious state or Atmasvarup. Then soul can know who Almighty Authority is through supreme knowledge. That's why it is mentioned in Gita, nobody can reach Almighty Authority by any means like chanting, penance, meditation, but through knowledge only. It is also told in Gita that souls with supreme knowledge are dearer to Almighty Authority. So a human soul should dive deep into secrets of the supreme knowledge or Behad Kagyan and lead a life of a karma yogi in complete remembrance of almighty authority, then soul will gradually transform to a state of supreme soul. I have already told everything, so hardly anything remains to tell.
The 10 important points those we have discussed here give very deep insight to make correct decisions in day-to-day life and also teach everybody the art of living in this physical world. Here I would like to tell all our listeners that the knowledge disseminated by Bapuji is for the transformation of whole creation, also to transform the souls to supreme souls. There is a video on time travel which we have released recently in YouTube. One must see the video, which definitely make everyone acquainted with the rarest of rare knowledge on soul, knowledge of how to make return journey of soul. This video has also the rarest supreme knowledge on how to control the time, space, speed of soul and return to supreme abode where actually soul has come from. It is told in Gita to emerge the original powerful effulgence form of soul through supreme knowledge, only then soul can escape the repeated cycle of birth and death. Here Bapuji has taught us to practice to acquire a body of light form in soul conscious state, so that in coming time when transformation of creation will take place, then we can go back to the supreme abode of our Creator, the Almighty Authority, before the end of our time. Before going back to the supreme abode, we must also transform the whole creation. With this purpose only Bapuji has made around 1000 videos in YouTube. So you should see all the 105 videos of Unspoken Truth, 16 videos of beginners playlist in YouTube, which may transform your thought as well as life. It is requested to all viewers to participate in spreading the vibration of Paramshanti in the creation and transform the whole creation. It is also requested to like this video and share this video as much as possible so that the message can reach every soul who needs the supreme knowledge on soul. Bapuji, do you tell something more?
All souls with supreme knowledge must establish in soul conscious state and transform their self to supreme soul and also transform the whole creation. Everybody should also see one of my videos, Swaparivartan Sevishwaparivartan. Paramshanti.
Paramshanti. Thank you for sharing such supreme knowledge.